Canada is saying okay to cannabis, becoming the second country in the world to legalize recreational marijuana on Wednesday. The move has some wondering if the U.S. could be next. Are pot stocks a smart market play? Jonathan, there's an ETF for pot stocks. It's called MJ, which is short for Mary Jane. It's up 25%. You see the spike. It's come down, but isn't it too late to get in on this?
No, I don't think it is, David, although I don't own any of these names. I mean, what we're talking about here really is a revolution, not dissimilar to what happened after Prohibition was finally repealed. And you know what? Whenever there's freedom, there's profit. There's opportunities for people to make money and also be satisfied. There's a lot of demand for this out there, and we're tremendously behind the times. These are popular stocks, but I still think
I got to ask a question, Scott, because I'm not sure that there won't be some kind of backlash to this. Over the weekend, I saw 4 middle-aged women sitting on a stoop in Brownstone here in New York, smoking dope, this stinkweed.
This is terrible.
Disgusting. With children, hold on a second, with kids running around.
That probably was really bad weed, so maybe you'd go to a dispensary and get some good stuff. Here's the thing. I think the stocks may have a place to run because, to your point, though, David, if you look at some of the surveys and the polls that are out there, a lot of the tide is turning on people's opinion on marijuana. Like, people think, okay, maybe it's something that should be allowed, at least medicinally, if not recreationally. These stocks, we actually own a lot of them. Tilray, Kronos, Canopy Growth. Those are ones that have run up a lot this year, so be very careful with them if you're playing at home. But I still think they've got a place to go.
Can we start off this conversation by talking about deregulation and saving money?
I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah, there you go. Psychoactive CBD at work right there. But we started this conversation by talking about deregulation and basically saving money for the government. If they allowed marijuana to be legalized, I mean, doesn't that save money? Right? There's tax involved.
25% tax in some cases.
Yes, and then you also fill the coffers of the government, so why not?
Jonas?
Okay, you know, this is a business show. We're not going to talk about the drag on the GDP if everybody becomes a pothead. Like, Canada needs a slower economy.
Unintended on drag? Nice.
There's I don't know if you know, but there's been at least 3 weed references since this segment started.
Like California? I mean, like Colorado?
All you need to know as an investor is this ETF was a Latin American real estate fund, and they jumped into this bandwagon. Yes, it was smart. Assets up 10 times. Because it's a trendy area to invest in, just like alternative energy stocks 7 or 8 years ago, which seemed hot. All the ETFs came out, then 90% decline. That is what's going to happen because...
It reminds me of cryptocurrency.
It's even dumber because, listen, here's why. Even if we have a future with some... If there's a future in this, and I'm not saying there is, it's going to be mopped up by our drug companies, by our... It's not going to be these questionable Canadian...
And they might buy these companies.
Those Canadian companies are so...
brands?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it always, David, comes down to how you invest. Do you go out and put, you know, the nest egg in marijuana stocks? No, but if you're talking about what's working in today's environment and given the macroeconomic trends, I understand your concern, David, that every state's going to have to deal with that.
What I'm saying is there's going to be pushback. There are going to be regulations put on this thing because right now, even though technically it's illegal, in New York, you get arrested for smoking a cigarette before you get arrested for smoking a joint.
And that's the point. It's getting decriminalized as we speak. I mean, that's what I'm saying is the tide has turned, so it's just a matter of these companies getting their you-know-what together to come into the States and get it full going. I mean, there's another ETF out there. Actually, it's an REIT, IIPR. It owns the real estate that gets leased to the growers.
It just becomes...
the old, I'm not investing directly. I'm into the bonds and toilet paper side of it. It's like when
that's old school.
.com stocks, like, I'm into picks and shovels.
There are ancillary businesses as well. There's one in California called Ease, which basically is a delivery company that a lot of venture capital money has gone into, including Snoop Dogg. He's invested in.
I'm not questioning it's a growth business. I'm questioning that investors are going to make money in it. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, there's
more solar panels than there were 10 years ago. No one made any money investing in that area. That's all I'm saying.
You've always
government subsidized as well.
You've always covered those so-called sin stocks. You know, if you raise sin stocks. I guess you could call that. I mean, if pursuing your own self-interest is a sin.
I guarantee that if it is made perfectly legal, you're right that the drug companies who have experience with regulations, who have
they've got money.
They've got the cash to put facilities down, et cetera, whatever that you need as an ancillary kind of business for this. They got it.
the sky, you know, I mean, freedom, I think, helps the society. It doesn't hurt society. Look at Amsterdam. I mean, this has been the sky doesn't fall. It's not falling in Colorado, in Washington.
Well, as they say, first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women. Oh, wait, that was Scarface. I'm getting confused.
Boy, that's what you did, too. You got the women first.
By the way, what is going to happen to the criminal element? Do they disappear?
It'll go away. It has to go away. And that's the problem that actually Canada has, though, now, too. With them legalizing everything fully, now they've got to figure out how they're going to